Good day to all my self-care family and friends. Welcome home to another episode of the Room2Breathe Podcast. I'm your host, Life Coach 614, and as always, I am beyond grateful that you've taken a moment to pause, to breathe, and to pour back into you. Now, before we dive into the heart of today's conversation, here's a gentle reminder for you. If you're feeling our vibes, show us some love. Tap the screen, like, comment, and be sure to share this live. Let us know you're here, you're healing, and you're holding space with us. Your support helps us to reach even more beautiful souls who are ready to grow through what they're going through. And if we are not already connected, what are you waiting for? Hit that follow button, subscribe to our channel, so that way you never miss out on a moment of what's happening next on this self-love and healing journey. Now, don't forget to head over to our website at theselfcareclub.org. We've got some empowering affirmative apparel, motivational merch, and a ton of free resources to help you stay aligned, inspired, and equipped. It's not just about the products, it's all about the movement. Because no matter what you're carrying today, please know that you are not alone. We are building this healing space together, one breath, one moment, one episode at a time. So get comfortable, open your heart, and let's get ready to breathe, reflect, and grow together. And as always, remember to drop those green hearts in the chat to represent our collective commitment to healing, growth, and intentional self-care. If something hits home, let us know, because your voice, your healing, and your presence matters here. Now, let's get into today's conversation. I want to start with two quotes that I want you to hold in your heart today. The first unknown quote is, "The tongue has no bones, but it's strong enough to break a heart." The second quote, again unknown, is, "To be careful with your words. Once they're said, they can only be forgiven, not forgotten." Now I want y'all to let that marinate for a minute. Because the truth is, words stick. Words have power, right? They stay with us for a long time. Long after the person has walked away, long after the moment has passed, long after we've tried to convince ourselves it didn't matter. They didn't mean it, right? Words become wounds when they're not used with care, but they also become medicine when they're used with love. Let's take it personal for a moment. Do you remember the first time someone said something to you that changed the way you saw yourself? Maybe it was a teacher who told you weren't smart enough and you carried that weight all through school. Maybe it was a parent or partner who criticized your body, your dreams, your voice. And now, even in the quiet moments, you find yourself replaying those scripts like background music. Thank you. Welcome in, love. Or maybe, just maybe, it was you. Maybe you've been the one repeating to yourself that you're too late, too much, not enough, unlovable. That internal voice, that inner dialogue, that's still your words, and your words matter. Now, let's talk for a moment about how we speak to ourselves, right? Our inner conversations. And, this is the point where, honestly, we just have to pause and get honest, y'all. We got to be real about it. Because this part right here, this is where the real work starts. See, we talk a lot about how we communicate with others, how to set boundaries, how to be understood, how to handle conflict. But what about the conversation happening inside our own minds? Thank you. The conversations that nobody hears but you. The one that starts before you even open your eyes in the morning. That voice. That voice is powerful. That voice is persistent. And whether you realize it or not, that voice is shaping your life. It's the most important voice that you'll ever hear. And that's the truth that many of us aren't taught, right? No one tells us that our inner voice sets the tone for our entire life. It's like it's the narrator of your story, the DJ of your emotional playlist, and the coach or critic standing on the sidelines of every single decision that you make. And for many of us, that voice didn't start as our own. It started as echoes. The voice of a parent who was emotionally unavailable. The voice of a coach that told us we're never going to make it. The voice of a partner that made us feel small to make themselves feel powerful. And over time, that voice became internalized. That voice became the way that we spoke to ourselves, even without realizing it. And so, if we're being real about how this shows up, because chances are, over the years, we've said or thought some of these things, right? We've all been there where we thought, I always mess things up. What up, fam? I always mess things up. Or, why would anyone choose me? I don't deserve good things. Or here's one, I'm too damaged. I'm not as good as them. This is who I am and I can't change it. And we say these things when we look in the mirror. We say it when we try something new. We say it when we're rejected, ignored, overlooked. And what's wild is we say it so often that we've started to believe that it was true. But let's be clear. Those are not facts. Those are wounds that we learn to speak. See, when your inner voice becomes a bully, it doesn't just hurt your feelings, it shapes your identity. Welcome in, Brooks. You start walking into rooms like you don't belong there. You start shrinking in relationships like you're lucky to be there, that you should be grateful someone chose you, right? You stop applying for jobs. You stop pursuing your dreams. You stop speaking up because that voice already told you how this is going to end. Welcome in, Danny. And, some of the most dangerous lies are the ones that we tell ourselves repeatedly. But here's the beautiful, messy, but powerful truth. You can rewrite the script. You can choose a new voice. And again, let's be clear. Healing your self-talk doesn't mean that you'll never have a negative thought again. It just simply means you'll learn how to challenge it instead of automatically believing it. It means that you stop letting your fears have the final word. It means you start speaking to yourself the way that you would speak to someone else that you love. Let me ask you this. If your best friend came to you in tears and said, I feel like I'm falling apart, I don't think that I'm enough, would you say, yeah, you're probably right? You said, say it louder for the people in the back. No, you wouldn't tell your friend that, right? You would hold her. You would remind her of her strength. You would fix her crown. You would remind her of everything that she's overcome. So why don't you offer yourself the same grace? Ask yourself, what if I flip the script? Right? What if your inner voice became your inner advocate? What if you started telling yourself, I'm learning, I'm allowed to grow, I'm behind, and instead of saying I'm not behind, or let me get this right. Instead of saying I'm behind, say I'm on my own timeline. I am worthy of love just as I am. Absolutely, Doodoo Brown. Absolutely. And, every version of you deserves compassion. Choosing to shift our mindset from a negative mindset to a positive mindset, that's the difference between repeating pain and repeating power. So I encourage you to start small. Replace every self-insult with one small affirmation. Instead of saying, I'm so stupid, say, I made a mistake, but I'm learning. Instead of saying, I'll never be good enough, say, I am enough right now as I am, and I am still growing. Instead of saying, I'm too broken, say, I'm healing. Every day I'm becoming whole. And no, maybe you won't believe it right away. And that's okay. Speak it anyway. Repeat it anyway. Your brain might not recognize the truth today, but it's planning a new truth for tomorrow. And so each morning or night, I encourage you to take 60 seconds to just look at yourself in the mirror. Right? This is something that we call the mirror method. So just take 60 seconds, 1 minute. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, I see you. I love you. I forgive you. We are in this together. I see you. I love you. I forgive you. We are in this together. And listen, y'all, it may feel awkward at first. It might even make you a little bit emotional, but I encourage you to do it anyway. Because that inner child that lives in you needs to hear that. Because the version of you that was constantly judged needs to be reparented. Because your future self is counting on the words that you speak today. So again, every morning and or every night, I need for you to look in the mirror and say, I see you. I love you. I forgive you. And we're in this together. You deserve to be your own safe space. See, many of us go out into the community seeking a safe space, not realizing we deserve to be our own safe space. We deserve to feel safe in our own thoughts. You don't have to live in a mental war zone. You don't have to carry other people's voices in your head. You get to choose kindness, even in the privacy of your own mind. And listen, it's not about being positive all the time, right? It's about being compassionate. This is about being honest and hopeful. It's about choosing words that build you up instead of breaking you down. With every single breath that you take, when you inhale, you need to inhale thoughts that say, I am enough. When we exhale, we let go of the negativity, right? We let that shit go. So I say, I release every thought that says otherwise. Breathe in. I am enough. Exhale. I release every thought that says otherwise. I inhale. I choose to speak life over myself. When I exhale, I let go of the words that no longer serve me. I am enough. I release every thought that says otherwise. I choose to speak life over myself. I let go of words that no longer serve me. It's just that simple. I inhale positivity every single breath I take. I exhale negativity. I choose to let it go. And I mean it when I say it. Because I know that I deserve to feel peace. Not just from others, but from myself. See, your self-talk is the foundation of your mental and emotional well-being. Your self-talk is the first relationship that you've ever had. And it will be the longest relationship that you ever have. This is the only guaranteed life relationship, you guys. So talk to yourself like you matter, because you do. Now, let's shift things a little and talk about the words in our relationships, right? Let's talk about how we speak to the people around us. Sometimes we forget that love isn't just about actions, that it's also about language. You can show up, you can provide, you can do all the right things. But if your words are cold, careless, and cutting, then you got some cracks that need to be filled. Some of us are still trying to unlearn the trauma of sharp tongues and soft places. See, many of us grew up in households where tough love meant screaming, shaming, the silent treatment, right? We got used to hearing "you're too sensitive" when we expressed our hurt and pain. We learned to laugh off cruelty to survive. But we don't have to keep that cycle going. We don't have to speak how we were spoken to. We get to choose again. We get to become fluent in empathy. We get to say "I'm sorry" and mean it. We get to affirm our children. Right, coach? We get to pour into our children. We get to love our friends out loud and speak peace into our partnerships. So let me say this plain for y'all, right? We like it simple. Communication isn't just about getting your point across. It's about honoring the soul of the person that you are speaking to. So whether you are speaking to yourself, or you are speaking to a friend, a family member, a loved one, a coworker, a complete stranger, honor the soul of the person that you are speaking to. And when I think about words within our culture, right? Let's zoom in even deeper to this, right? Because how we speak as a society, how we talk about each other, how we label each other, that matters too. See, if you think about it, words have created movements. Words have torn down systems. Words have built empires, and they have started wars. So what you repost, what you joke about, what you say in frustration, that adds to the collective energy of the world. So ask yourself, are my words building bridges or burning them? Are my words healing or harming? Are they making space or creating division? And again, this is not about being perfect. You guys, we're all human. We've all snapped. Each and every one of us have had a pop off moment, right? We've all said things that we wish we could unsay. But the thing about growth is it's not about perfection. It's about awareness. So when you catch yourself speaking without care, press pause. When your inner critic gets too loud, redirect them. When someone else shares their truth, listen. Don't defend. Just listen. Hear it. Because when we begin to truly honor the power of language, we begin to take radical responsibility for the energy we bring into the room. So again, you must begin to honor the power of language. Words have power. So, family, if this message resonated with you today, I want to hear from you. Drop some green hearts in the chat, share your favorite line, and more than that, take one intentional action today. Speak life over yourself. Speak kindness to a loved one. Speak truth to a limiting belief. Because every word that you speak is a seed. So let's plant something beautiful. knowing that your voice matters. Your words create worlds, so use them wisely. Now, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you for joining us. If you've enjoyed our time together, be sure to give us a follow, subscribe to our channel, so that way you never miss out on any additional content coming up in the future. And if you're interested in being a featured voice on our podcast, we would love to hear from you. Reach out to me to further discuss details and to get your scheduled recording session. And don't forget to visit our website at theselfcareclub.org. We've got some affirmative apparel and other motivational merch, as well as a treasure trove of free resources designed just for you. So whether you are looking to elevate your self-care game or you just need a little extra inspiration to help get you through the day, know that we've got you covered. I look forward to connecting with you all again soon. I thank you so much for being a part of the Self-Care Club community. And until next time, I encourage you to keep breathing, stay positive, and remember that you will always be supported here at the Self-Care Club. So don't be afraid to take up space and make a little room for you to breathe. I pray that you all have an amazing day on purpose, filled with nothing but purpose, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you.